What's better than an ice team character to explain why I'm putting things on ice? Hello shapeshifter and doppelgangers alike, I'm MacLeod Cosplay and welcome to my channel. So for today I just wanted to make a quick video explaining why I'm putting things on ice, why I'm slowing down for all the content that I produce on social medias. Basically there's three main reasons for that, and that's what I will explain in this video. In a kind of certain way, it's like past, present, future, like why I've been slowing down on YouTube, why I am actually slowing down, and why I will be slowing down again in the next month. So without further ado, let's just tackle those points. So first, let's talk about the reason why I have slowed down recently for my videos on YouTube. Basically, you may have noticed that instead of putting a new makeup tutorial every week, I've been doing that every 2 weeks. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably already know why. Basically, I started to diversify my content a little bit more, and now I'm not only doing makeup but I'm also doing drawings using Copic markers. So basically what I'm doing on my Instagram, for my Instagram, is that 1 week I'm doing 1 makeup and 1 drawing, then the other week I'm doing 2 drawings, so that on my Instagram on 1 week I put 3 pictures of my makeup, and the other week I'm posting pictures of my 3 drawings. But obviously the week when I'm doing 2 drawings, I don't have footage of a makeup that I've been doing. So for that, what I planned was to do other type of content, other type of videos, mostly focusing on tips and tricks, like doing tutorials on a particular technique, or doing a product review, stuff like that. I did one about like tips and tricks on how to use the Mirror Paradise paints, but I was planning to do other videos like that, but it's just that I didn't got the time to do it. So that's the reason why I've been putting a video every 2 weeks, because the weekend that I'm doing the drawings I just didn't got the time to do other stuff. So basically, yeah, it was mostly because of a lack of time and a change of content, which also leads me to point number 2. So the second reason why I have been slowing down recently is because I'm just tired. Basically, I never really talked about it in any of my videos, but obviously I'm not a professional makeup artist, I'm not a professional artist of any kind. I do have a full-time job. I work full-time as a software developer, and I'm also a supervisor. It's just that the month of March and April have been really challenging with my full-time job. I mean, I had to do some overtime, and also even if we're all working remotely, I had to go through a lot of changes on with my work. Don't worry, it's nothing bad. I'm not losing or fearing my job or anything. Actually, it's quite the opposite. Everybody wants to have me on their team, and I'm switching kind of way too much, and I can be everywhere at the same time. So it's just that it has been really mentally draining, and I just need some kind of stability. So for my job I had to do some overtime. It wasn't anything crazy, but maybe like spending 1 evening on the week for overtime, but just that was enough to really hinder my social media production, my social media content production schedule. So and that's why I've not been able to catch up and to make a video every week, because normally when I'm doing like a makeup video, normally I film some part when I'm doing actually the makeup. I edit the videos like on Monday, pretty much on every day of the week up to when I put it on Friday. But just skipping one of those days kind of put me late. And it's just that there's a limit on how much I can recuperate my time, because I also need to sleep, and that's one of the reasons why I'm just tired. So that's why I needed to slow down. Also, sometimes there's just other thing that happens. I mean, like last week, we got a power outage because there was a house of fire, and while the firefighters were extinguishing it, they just shut down the power in the whole neighborhood, and I couldn't film that night. So just that also, there's some external reason that also having delays on my schedule. But the thing is, it's just I'm realizing that maybe my schedule is not sustainable. Right now, we are now back in full lockdown. I have pretty much nothing else to do than makeup and drawings, and even still, I have a hard time respecting my own schedule. So it's like, yeah, I'm not sure it's that sustainable. It's just that when lockdown will finally be lifted, that I'll be able to see back my family and friends. Obviously, I will have less time for that. It's just that for me, it's more like a hobby, but it starts to feel like a second job. And that's not something that I want, at least not at that point. Because for 10 years I've been having two jobs at the same time. I'm basically, or when I was at school full-time or with my full-time job, I also had a part-time job as a reservist. So I was a reservist for the Canadian Forces. So yes, I was working in the army part-time. I've been doing that for 10 years. I was really exhausted at the end, and I was really happy to kind of get a freedom back to just have one job when I left. But it's just that right now, with all my schedule and that kind of pressure to put content every week, it really does start to feel like I'm having a second job. And I don't want to go back there. So that's why I need to slow down things a little bit as well. It's not that I don't enjoy doing videos or makeup or drawing, it's just that I'm kind of bothered by the pressure of putting content every week. There's other ways to work around that. It's also that I need to find ways to be more efficient in my content production, to find a way to take less time doing the same tasks, and which actually lead me to point number 3. So the third reason why I will be less present in the month of May is because I'm moving. So first of all, it will be a very chill moving because I'm staying in the same apartment building on the same floor. So basically it's just the door and diagonal from where I actually live. So why am I moving? It's because I'm moving to a bigger apartment. So I will have an extra room that will act as my studio / workshop / office. So I will be able to have more of a permanent setup. Currently I'm doing everything in my bedroom, and I always have to move things around whenever I want to draw, to do makeup, or to film. It's not that big of a deal, but it's like every time it's taking me like 10 to 15 minutes to assemble things and another 10 or 15 minutes to disassemble things, and it's kind of really bothering. And I just want to have a permanent setup where I can just like sit in my chair and I'm ready to film. So yes, that's something that will help me to be more efficient in my content production. Also, it's just that right now sometimes I need to use my bed just to put stuff on it when I'm doing makeup and drawing, and if I want to go to bed then I also have to move things around, so having a place where I can just leave stuff overnight will also be very helpful. The other thing about this is right now I'm really excited, but right now we are in full lockdown, so moving during a full lockdown is not as easy. I just cannot have like a bunch of friends that come in one day and help me to move things around. I'll have to do as much as I can all by myself. It's, as I said, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, I'm staying on the same floor, but it's just that it will take me more time. Basically, I'll have to move like everything from my drawer and cabinets and try to move as much as I can for the small furnitures, so that when I have one friend coming to help me, it will be for the strict minimum, basically the big furnitures that I cannot move alone and the appliances. So yeah, that's why obviously that weekend I will not be able to do anything else. I'll still have a lot, and just also I'll have to move stuff around. It's not the same configuration, so I will have to decide where I'll place things in my new apartment, so it will take some time. Also, I will have to experiment in my new setup to find like a way to have a good sound, to have a good lighting, to have a good setup for videos. Also during that weekend, the other thing that will probably take time is because I will have some furnitures to assemble. It's not that big of a deal, but obviously it will take a great amount of time as well. The other reason that the moving have impacted me is because in April I had to shop for a lot of things that I didn't necessarily thought I would need initially for my new apartment, but right now the shops are closed, so I have to order things online. It's not that bad. I mean, I have to order them online and I can go to a shop for the curbside pickup, but obviously it's still more bothering than just going to the store and purchasing stuff when you're already there. So that's another reason why in April I had less time, because I was also kind of worried about my moving and I had things to buy around. Even there, I haven't been able to purchase everything that I need. There's some furnitures that I'm not really comfortable to purchase online, especially the big ones, so I will still need to wait for that. But yeah, that's basically about my moving. I'm really excited, but I think that it will take probably the whole month of May before I come back fully comfortable in my new setup. During that time I will still try to post content, probably shorter content. I do have some concept of quick content that I can make, as much on my YouTube channel than on my Instagram. Probably I'll try to post some drawing. I think this is something that is easier to do, but even there it's not necessarily easy to make videos for that right away. But yes, so I hope you understand everything that I'm going through right now and why I've been slowing down and why I will be slowing down. So I hope that you will still continue to come watch my YouTube videos and to see the picture of my art on my Instagram. But as I said, I will come back and produce other YouTube videos when I will be in my new apartment. I will maybe also try to do a wider diversity of videos for my channel. So I hope that you will come back to see all of that. And now I'm back with makeup on. So I did a cosplay SFX makeup of Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat. So I hope you're not too disappointed by the announcement I made in the video, since I'm taking a little break. But you can also give a like and subscribe to the channel to see my upcoming cosplay SFX makeup tips and tricks that I will continue to put on my YouTube channel. So I hope to see you in another video. Bye!